Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Zita, and on my channel I share with you DIYs and makeovers on a budget. And don't forget to follow me over on my socials at Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, and Etsy. So let's get started on today's DIYs. Today, guys, I'm going to be working on some Christmas DIYs for you guys. I picked up this wood blank from my local Dollarama, and you can probably pick those up from the Dollar Tree as well. And these beautiful napkins here that say it's the most wonderful time of year, I picked these up at Walmart. They're beautiful, so you can make 4 signs from one napkin, guys. And these napkins were extra large, so they fit this wood blank perfectly. And I think this wood blank is an 8x8, I believe. So make sure you get all your plies of napkins off, guys. Some are 2 ply, some are 3 ply, so make sure you get all the plies off, or else your DIY is not going to work out. So once I painted my wood blank with some homemade chalk paint, I gave it a sanding once it was dry, and then I wiped away that dust and my workspace. And now I'm going to put my napkin on my painted frame. And you're going to paint it white, guys, so the picture on the napkin shows up really nice and bright. So I'm putting my Mod Podge on, and I start from the center out, and once I have a little bit of Mod Podge on, then I'm using this disposable shower cap that I pick up from the Dollarama that has a really soft plastic. Now you can use a really soft plastic bag as well to do this, or some saran wrap. And I smooth that out and try to get all the wrinkles out as best as I can with my little plastic shower cap there. So I keep working my way down and putting a little bit of Mod Podge on, and then using my plastic shower cap to smooth it out until I have it all applied. And then once that's done, I do let it dry, guys. I put some Mod Podge on top, and once the Mod Podge is dry, I sand it with a fine sanding block to get all that excess napkin off. And you'll see me here, guys. I thought I didn't Mod Podge over the tops, and I already did. So this piece got 2 top coats of Mod Podge. So now I thought this piece needed something else. So I'm using these beautiful IOD vintage texture is what these pieces are called. Now I've already cut them in 4s here, because there's 4 different textures in this pack. So I left it on the plastic that was on there, and that way it's easy to apply. And before you use these, guys, you're going to want to give them a light sanding with a 250 or 200 sand block, or a fine sandpaper. You're going to want to sand them before you apply your ink. So I'm applying a silver ink here, guys, that I picked up at the dollar store. And I'm applying it all over my piece here, and this looks awesome, guys. I am loving this. So there's 4 different textures in this package, like I said. So I'm just kind of applying it everywhere, and then once that's on there, you're going to want to let that ink dry. I'm kind of going around the edges there too to frame my piece out with the ink pad. And I do have some silver paint that I picked up from the dollar store as well, so I'm going to go around the edges here and give it some more silver and just frame it out. Now I did take that outside and spray my ink on top too, and let the ink dry, and this is what it turned out like, guys. Isn't this gorgeous? From a napkin, decoupage, and you got a beautiful Christmas sign for yourself. Look at that stamped texture on there. Doesn't that look gorgeous? This is a simple DIY, guys, and it doesn't cost that much. So go out and get yourself a blank frame from the dollar store, some napkins, and decoupage yourself a beautiful Christmas DIY. So the next DIY here, I'm using some scrap wood that I had laying around. If you don't have a saw or a cutter, you can use a hand saw. First, I'm measuring out my scrap piece of wood here with a ruler. I have an idea of how big I want this Christmas tree to be. And this is going to be a days until Christmas tree, guys, that you can make for yourself or for your kids. I'm giving this piece to my little niece so she can count down to Christmas, you know, until Santa comes. So this is how big my piece of scrap wood was. So I'm just measuring it out to make sure I can get a Christmas tree out of this piece here. So I'm using my miter saw here, my miter box, to cut down my scrap pieces of wood, and I'm measuring it out. Once I cut through my wood, I take that next piece and measure it so I can cut it on the 45-degree angle so you can get your tree shape. So guys, if you have not subscribed, please consider subscribing. I have a lot of great Christmas DIYs coming up, and don't forget to hit that notification bell as well. That way YouTube will notify you when I post my videos. So I've cut all my pieces. I'm just cutting my last pieces there. Once these are all cut, guys, you're going to want to sand the sides so there's, you know, so it's nice and smooth and not going to get any nicks and cuts. So I did that with all my pieces, sanded them down. And once that was done, I'm just going to start gluing the pieces together with some wood glue. Now, one of these slats, these are trimming pieces, guys, that I picked up for free actually at my local hardware store that they had sitting there. So I didn't even pay anything for this wood. So go check your local hardware stores to see if they have any scrap wood in their scrap bin. So like I said, these were trimming pieces. So one piece was not flat, so it was not sitting well and it was not staying with the wood glue. So I also took my staple gun and stapled those pieces on the back, but then I took a dollar store popsicle stick, cut it down and made it fit my Christmas tree, and then I put some wood glue on that and glued it to my tree to keep it more stable. Now I'm going to paint it white. So I was going to go with white and then just outline it in the green, but after I painted it, guys, I changed my mind and I painted it green, so you'll see that coming up. So this is another piece of scrap wood that I have that I'm going to use as my base for the Christmas tree, and I painted that out. I did leave that portion white. So here I'm painting my Christmas tree green, and that is a hunter green that I picked up from the dollar store, and I gave that a couple of coats of paint. And now I'm going to paint my star that I found at the dollar store as well. I'm using this Fusion Ultra Grip, and it's a metal star, so you're going to want to put something on top of that because paint does not want to stick to metal. So I use the Fusion Ultra Grip. And now that my Christmas tree is painted and the base is painted, I'm using my nail gun here, guys. You're going to want to measure out how long your brad nails need to be before you nail them in there. Make sure you're practicing safety. Put your safety goggles on before you're nailing, and don't put your battery in until you want to nail your piece, guys. And once you're finished nailing your piece, take the battery out because you do not want kids getting a hold of these tools and injure themselves. So practice safety with tools. You can use them, guys, but respect them. Now I'm nailing my brad nails into the bottom. I put some wood glue on, but I want to make sure it's stable, that it doesn't fall apart. So I'm just, you know, making it more stable with my brad nails. And you're going to want to be careful where you put those brad nails, guys, because I'm going to show you here one of the nails kind of came out the side. So make sure your fingers are not in the way. So there's that brad nail. I do take that off because I did, you know, with my pliers, because I don't want any sharp things on this, you know, when I give this to my niece. So now I'm taking my IOD stamps, and these stamps are called letterpress. They're awesome, guys. There's 3 different sets of alphabet and, you know, like exclamation points and stuff like that in there that you can use for different projects. I'm using this top one, and it turns out beautiful. So once I get my letters spelt out there, now sometimes there's not enough letters, so you're going to need to go back in and fill out your word. So I'm putting some white ink on my letters here on my grid paper, my thin mount, and I'm going to place it where I want it, and it just barely fit there. So you're going to need to, you know, space out your words so everything fits in the space that you need. And look how awesome this turns out, guys. This letterpress stamps, you're going to get a lot of use out of that. So then I just take that S that I needed, that extra S, and I put some ink on that and just put it in place, and there it is. So I'm going to spell out all the words that I need, days until Christmas, and then at the top I'm going to put that star, and that's where she can write in the how many days are left. So I'm taking my thin mount there again, putting my ink on it, and centering it out on my Christmas tree, and gonna want to press this in firmly, guys, but not too heavy, because you don't want the ink to, you know, disperse out around your letters. And I went in there a second time and put that stamp in there, but sometimes you can, if you're doing that, you're taking a risk that you might not get your letters lined up. So then I'm gluing my star down, and guys, I painted it with the Fusion Ultra Grip first because I put some chalk paint on here. This is spray chalk paint, so I didn't get this on video. I took it outside and gave it a coat of spray chalk paint, and then just let that dry overnight. And then I also took my clear matte coat, Rust-Oleum clear coat, and sprayed that ink so it didn't smear. And I'm taking some dollar store wooden snowflakes here and putting it on. Now I think this needed something else, so I had some gold ink, and I do have some gold paint too, but I'm outlining this piece with some of the gold ink. And like I said, I sprayed that those words, that ink, with the clear Rust-Oleum spray, so it's not gonna smear. And I did let it dry overnight. So here I'm taking my gold paint and putting some more gold accent on here, that green, because I thought it needed something else, and it turns out so beautiful. And I also outlined the star and the base in the gold as well, just to tie everything in, guys. And it turns out beautiful. And you're going to want to season your chalk, guys, because if you write directly on that chalk paint, it's going to stain it. So you'll need to season it with the chalk, and you'll see me doing that coming up here, where I take a piece of chalk and go over that star with the chalk to season it, and then you can write on it and then erase it, and you're not going to, you know, it's not going to stain with that first writing that you put on there if you did not season it. So this is what it looked like before, guys, and here's what it looks like after, all ready for my niece to do her countdown to Santa. What do you think of this one, guys? Let me know in the comments. So these are the 2 DIYs I have for you today. I kind of ran out of time, but I'm going to show you a peek of what's coming up in some of my next videos. This is a frame I got from the dollar store, and this is what I'm going to do with it, guys. So make sure you hit that notification bell to see how I made that one over. So here's the videos, the reveal of the 2 projects I worked on today. I hope they give you inspiration. Thank you so much for sharing some of your time with me, and I'll see you in my next video, guys. Make sure to leave me a like and a comment. Bye.